Impatient team of the year.
Im-
Impatient, inconsistent.
okay, so we come on to the next one then. It's Brentford against Chelsea. So, and I'll pass it on to Saurabh. What do you think is going to happen here?
I
So, we
want
got,
us to win.
of course.
It is just my willfulness that my club wins. But looking at the current form and the enthusiasm of the players, I guess it would be a draw, an away draw.
You
That's
lost 2-1 at home
I'm
to
sorry.
them. You lost 2-1 at home to Brentford.
Yeah,
wow.
but their best defender is not playing. He's injured, Ben Me.
When me.
But their striker is playing. The best striker is playing.
Ivan, yeah, Ivan Tony.
I doubt he will score, but looking at his current form, he's just picking and choosing. So I doubt he would score, but I feel that we have a good chance of drawing this game.
Well, I think it's going to be an audition for Tony because
Yeah.
um, I don't think we're going to go for Tony next in the summer.
Mm.
It could be
We
you
don't have
guys.
budget.
Sorry.
We don't have any budget.
Well, yeah, you don't have budget, but
We
you
don't want to
might
get
somehow.
right.
We'll come to that, but it could be you guys or someone like Manchester United
Yeah.
who don't need him, but then United does these things when they don't need anyone, they still buy them.
Mm.
Um, so it could be an audition, and these are the games when you kind of put in everything and show the
Yeah.
world what you're made of. So he would be up for it. Yeah, I think it could go either ways. Your team has been so inconsistent. We don't know.
Right. So no one knows, which team would play first, you know, and how they would play, what would be the formation. No one knows. It is, it would come at the last moment that these players. I want Mudrik to start. You know, he was good in the last game. He had a lot of good chances created. He scored one as well in the FA Cup match. But I think Sterling should be on bench. He's not doing much from last few games, so he should start from bench, and Mudrik should be in the starting 11. Just one change I need that, and rest I guess we're good. Palmer, yeah, it should be
Okay, since
Palmer,
since you
Jackson.
touched on Mudrik,
Hmm.
um, so and you saw this recent news
It,
I
it,
shared with
it,
you,
he basically clarified it. Looking at the watch, that he is not moving to Arsenal.
which is all fine. The point is, look, what do you mean looking at the watch?
So he basically had a message to say that my time here is to stay, not to leave.
Well, that's all fine. So, but point is, well, he can probably go. We can discuss that in the next segment, in the next
Yeah,
piece. But then it's the whole saga.
yeah,
So Todd Bowley went and got a player who clearly didn't want to come to Chelsea
right.
for about 80, 90 million, of which 20 million was set aside specifically, and this was given to Shakhtar so that they can pay the government of Ukraine for their war effort. So
Yeah,
basically, Mudrik was coerced by Shakhtar, his government and his country, basically, um, and he was kind of a victim who was traded to a club which he didn't want to go, and that shows kind of his performances so far. He was never motivated to go to Chelsea. He was more or less forced to go there for a $20 million payout.
advance. Yeah,
It's like if you don't look at it as a transfer fee, it's more or less a bribe.
yeah. Like I would say we have always been like this. We have got players who we want, who we think are good for our club.
But the players
That's
also wanted you at that time.
yes.
This is different.
No, this is just a theory. You and I can put in a lot of rumor theories around it.
No, this came from the top sources, like you know who
That's
was
the
it?
reason he denied it after scoring the goal.
He can say all that. That's fine. That's something he has to say because he has a contract with the club.
Yeah,
Yes, PR, you have to do that. But there's a story behind all of that. And then, which is, I don't know how many other players. What I'm trying to get to is forget Mudrik for a minute. We don't know how many other players
can be
have seen
Caicedo.
the
Yeah,
story.
you're going in the right direction. Maybe Caicedo deal. How did Boli cracked it? Because at the last, it was cracked in the last minute because Liverpool was forcing in at
He
Caicedo,
really
right?
wanted to go to Liverpool.
Yes.
Or maybe he's a mercenary. I don't know. The
Mhm.
point is, you're getting in players who are not really invested in the club. They're either invested in the money or they are coerced to come to the club. So, which is different from people who really want to play for a club.
No,
So,
I'm also not happy with the owners and how they do business. These owners have, ripped the soul apart of this club. I'll be very frank. When Roman was there, every player was giving it all. Who would have thought, ACN, and then you have players like, Obi Mikel, and all these players, they were not world class
even
players.
Ashley Cole, he was a great
No,
player at
brilliant
Arsenal.
players, but when they played for Chelsea, they were different beasts
Yeah,
altogether.
yeah, agreed. They wanted to play for Chelsea. They wanted
Yes.
to, and I remember this video. And again, it's not a something. It's a proud video for an Arsenal fan. But um, who was this player? Um, your best dribbler, who went to Real Madrid. Hazard. Yeah,
Eden
yeah,
Hazard.
yeah. Hazard was making fun of Arsenal when they were talking about the biggest clubs. Uh,
I remember that. Yeah,
yes, I
in the
think John
check.
Terry was there in the video as well. So it's not a proud video for an Arsenal fan, but then the thing is,
But
these
I
players
know,
loved Chelsea.
right? Because in London, if you are in London, either you stay at Chelsea or you move to a different city altogether. You
Yeah,
would not like to be traded to a different club that's in London.
agreed. So, well, I know. Besides that being a tricky game, so and again, since we're discussing about issues with Chelsea and the management, so we need to discuss the FFP issues which are coming up and has been discussed recently. Um,
130 million is the minimum requirement for Chelsea. That's the
that's
bare minimum they would need.
is it the money that they need to raise or is it the profit they need to make?
Profit.
Wow,
100% pure profit. So they
wow,
can't so they can't sell players whom they bought now because they would not make profit. They
of
bought
course.
them high. Yeah, be it Mudrik. You can't sell Mudrik for 120 million now.
No one's going to buy him. No,
Right.
he's maybe a 30-40 million player now.
Yes. Same goes for Enzo. Enzo, people can pay maybe 70 million, but we bought him for 100 and plus million, right?
Yeah,
Same goes for Caicedo. Lavia, no one would give us 50 million for him now.
yeah.
So all we have to do is maybe sell our academy players because
And
that's
who
100%.
do you have to sell?
Broha would go to Fulham for like they have a clause there, 35
Okay,
million clause for Broha.
so maybe 30
30
million,
million. I'm sorry.
maybe 30 million.
Yeah, 30 million. Then
Okay,
30 million you have for Ian Matson, who's currently in Dortmund.
okay, he stays there.
Yeah. Then we have
That's 60.
Gallagher for 50-60 million. That's how.
Now, here's
And
the
then
thing: you have to sell all these players
yes,
and
plus
have them
Chalobah for
off your
20
book
million.
by 30th of June.
Yeah, that's the
And
problem.
everyone knows this.
Yeah.
Why do you think clubs will pay big bucks to these players? They'll wait till the 30th of June and try to drive down the
I
price.
guess what we'll have to do, we'll have to, get something again out of, Todd has to think out of the box. Either he goes back to Saudi, get to those clubs and maybe offer these players for a big amount. That's the way
Mhm.
he'll bail him out.
Even that's under investigation. If you know that, I
I
mean,
know.
I mean, I mean, not investigation. People are watching a close eye with what happened with Saudi last year, um, and that can come to bite you in the back again.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe, but right now that's the only way out. I know that, the big problem for us would be we would not have any homegrown talent after this.
yeah, that's what I was
Either
coming to
we
next.
very, very new, player like Gilchrist. So that boy starts as a left back. No one knows, right? And there are a couple of more who are in the squad right now.
Yeah.
Rest, we have sold them all.
And this money,
Now,
that's 100 plus million that you have to raise every year, this has to go. This will continue for maybe next 3 4 years at least, or 5 years.
4 years.
Four
Yeah, three.
years.
Yeah,
Wow, you guys are in deep shit.
right. Till the time we don't get into, European competitions,
And it has to
it
be Champions League, not even
yes,
European competition. It has to be Champions League. Champions League will knock off, let's say, 100 million off that.
yes,
Everything else
yes,
is
a
not going
profit.
to work. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, only a maybe like the last year that we are not qualifying for Champions League. From next year onwards, we would not even have players to sell. So the only way that would bail us out is Champions League football.
How will you get into Champions League if you keep selling your best players?
See, I still feel that these players have uh, talent. It is just they have to be nurtured well. When they play well, they stop City. Teams like City on their specific day in Etihad they score. Even when City scored 4 goals, they scored four back. So it is not like these players don't have the potential. If you see them playing, Cole Palmer is a good buy. He has scored well. Then uh, Enzo Caicedo, when they play, I know that even for a game where Liverpool, uh, we had a game with Liverpool, we had the maximum possession of the ball. It is just we were not able to close those chances in the Carabao Cup in the first 90 minutes. We were better than McAllister and Endo. So that even that is not even a comparison for this midfield. This midfield is better than them. However, I feel you have to give them time, and I doubt Poch is the right guy.
So that's the funny thing. You can't even fire Poch right now.
Yes,
Wow. I mean,
we have to give
God has
them
really backed himself into the corner.
30 million or 20 million. We have to give him if we fire him, and no
It's
one would come for free. I guess it would be only Jose who can come in for the least amount for his
he's not.
30.
No, he's not going to come. If see a big manager like Jose Mourinho or anyone else, if they know the club is going down the drain, they're not going to come close to it. It's like it's nuclear. I mean, it's radioactive. It's going to
Yes,
kill
right.
you. You you do well, you sell off the best players. If you don't do well, you lose your credibility. So there's absolutely no win here.
No, I still feel if we start playing well, we can, get to the top four every year for the next 3 years after this.
I know
Then
it's not going
we
to happen this year, definitely,
not this year. This year too, we have to sell. For this year, we would have to sell. Next year, we have to come in top four.
but that's
That's
going
the
to be
only
extremely
way.
difficult because I can tell you, see, unless City get some major issues like their 115 charges, they could have a drop off.
Mhm.
Um, Arsenal is going to stay.
Yeah, Arsenal would be
Um,
there.
Manchester United can come back, probably would come back because they have the
Well,
money. See, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. But then, see, they have the money,
Mhm.
commercial. I mean, not the money, at least the commercial attraction and all those things.
Yeah, they have sales and everything. They make a lot
Yeah.
of money.
So United, Arsenal, Aston Villa is definitely getting stronger. They keep buying these great players. They're not going away. Spurs are not going away. Um, well, Newcastle again have some of their FFP issues, so we don't know what's going to happen to them. So at least there are four clubs which are already fixed, and we're not discussing Liverpool and City yet because Liverpool we don't know who's going to come in.
I know
City,
it would be a tough journey, but I still feel, the players that we have right now, you know, I have seen that, they have like 20 minutes of amazing play. Then for 10 minutes they shut off. Then for
they're
next
not
10 minutes,
motivated,
yes.
which we
I
discussed
guess
just
see,
now. They are all forced, coerced, or whatever they've been brought to the club with, which they're not interested in.
see,
even
they
even
they they are
two
they are
days
good
back,
players, Saurabh.
Yeah.
sorry, they are very good players at Chelsea. They just need to perform consistently, and
Yeah.
consistency is something which has been missing for the last couple of years.
See, the average age of this team, who plays is it's close to 23 years. So they're
Hmm.
very young. They're youngest of all currently. So it we can also say it that way, that this team just need some time. Maybe we sometimes we are being very harsh, because see, we are Chelsea, right? We fire managers like two managers in a year. We have done that a lot of times. Okay.
Tough fans.
Yes, and we lose one game, we want our manager out, we want players out, we want to get the best players back in. So we have seen, golden days. So our expectation from this team is also the same. So I guess we are getting too harsh on these boys. We should give some time, and by next year they should be clicking well.
Okay.
Plus, should finish strong by the end of this year.
Well, it's a pretty sad situation, and
Right.
I'm not gonna. Well, I'm gonna say it, that I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Um, I'm sure other Royal fans are enjoying it as well.
I know,
But
because see, we were on the other side, maybe 5 years back, right?
yeah,
And
of
we were
course.
clearly losing every time, and we were at that time winning trophies.
Well, yeah. So, but
It was the
anyways, so maybe
bloody, right?
you guys will get out of it. Maybe not. We'll see. But good luck with that. We will
And I
closely
feel
watch this.
you will finish strong. You're currently at 11th. You will definitely come to 10th.
10th is our number for you, Asu, but we'll be seventh or eighth. We still have time, and the difference is not much. Newcastle is playing bad.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, brilliant.
That's good.
So, I think with that we can wrap up this week's video. We can probably come back after the games this week.
Mhm.
Thank you both for joining. It was a wonderful discussion, and we'll see how the weekend goes.
Absolutely. All the best to me.
All the best to you, and hat trick to Haaland.
All the best, everyone. So bye bye. And
Thank
I'm supporting United this week, only for this week.
thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, let's catch up again. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yep. Yeah, bye bye.